What's up?
What is up, guys, and welcome to the first video of the AD Football Talk Show. Here with are the main people on the channel, aka the hosts are D Sports Guy right here, and myself. And today we are with three guests. We have Spencer,
Sup?
Will,
Hey guys.
and the Rat Boy Cowboys fan.
Hey man, what's up, people? Come on, man.
Please.
Alright, guys, so we're going to be reviewing some topics that are controversial between the five of us and also controversial in the league. So we're going to start off with a topic that is controversial between the five of us, which is going to be who's better, Tony Romo or Peyton Manning? Evan, what's your take on this verdict?
Okay, I'm a Cowboys fan, as you obviously probably already know. But my vote is, I think personally that Romo would win. I mean, Peyton Manning is pretty good, but in my personal opinion, he's a showboat. He's a complete showboat. Yes, he has a good throwing average, and it's arguably pretty better than Romo, but you gotta give it to Romo. He's pulled some tough ones for the Cowboys, and he gives them hope in all of their followers. So I personally think that Tony Romo's better.
Alright, co-host D Sports Guy, what's your verdict?
Overall, I think Peyton Manning is better. He has played longer. He has more playoff experience. He has won a Super Bowl, and I think overall he is better. Tony Romo probably had his best year last year, including going to the playoffs. But he had probably the best offensive line in football last year. He had a couple of targets he could go to, and then he had a downhill runner in DeMarco Murray. So I think overall Peyton Manning is better though.
Alright, well, what's your thoughts on the verdict?
Well, I would say Tony Romo is a good quarterback, but Peyton Manning is how far the best. I mean, Tony Romo is good, but as far as I know, Peyton Manning's going to the Hall of Fame, and I don't see Tony Romo going there either. So I'm Peyton Manning. That's what I'm going for.
Alright, now for my turn. I honestly think overall that obviously Peyton Manning is better. And I think Tony Romo, obviously, he has 112 interceptions in his entire career. And Peyton Manning has more experience with the game for playing longer, more playoff experience, as D Sports Guy mentioned, the Super Bowl. Also in his record, and he's passed for about 77,000 passing yards in his entire career. So, Spencer, what's your verdict?
I have to go with Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, he has more experience. That's what everybody's saying. He has 77,000 passing yards, what Avery said. But also last year, the Cowboys and the Broncos, they played at AT&T Stadium, and clearly Peyton Manning won. It was a high-scoring game, and it was pretty close, but the Broncos pulled it out. So I'm going Peyton Manning.
Alright, guys, so that wraps up the Peyton Manning, Tony Romo. And four of us said Peyton Manning, and one said Tony Romo.
Make sure to leave your opinion.
Now going to our next topic, which is going to be, in our opinion, the best quarterback in the league at the current time. Not all time. Not our favorite, but who we think is the best in the league. So, Evan, would you like to start?
Cowboys fan, go ahead.
I'm a Cowboys fan, obviously. I really like Tony Romo, but watching the Patriots game versus Cowboys, we sacked Tony Romo so many times.
Evan, what's your verdict on this?
Okay, I'm a Cowboys fan, obviously, as I'm going to probably keep stating, but Tony Romo is good. He's good. I really like him, but I wouldn't say he's the best. He's great in my take. He's better than Peyton Manning, as I just said. Cowboys have sacked Tom Brady so many times like they did in their last previous game this year. I'm going to go with Tom Brady because I don't like him. I don't like him at all, but he's good. I've got to be fully honest. He's pulled some good stuff, and because of him, the Patriots have won a lot of Super Bowls.
All right, Spencer, would you like to give your verdict on this?
All right. I'm going to go with Cam Newton is the best quarterback in the NFL league. All right, I know this is a crazy pick, but like, if you see the Panthers how they're playing this year, they're playing really good. They're undefeated in their division, They have to play a really good Falcons team too, but I would have to go with Cam Newton because he can escape the pocket when he's getting sacked. He can chunk the ball deep. He can run faster than most quarterbacks, and he's a really good quarterback. I like him.
All right, now I think that I think Cam Newton's also good, and I do think Tom Brady's good, but I'm gonna have to go with Aaron Rodgers. The way that he's played, he's played really well, except for his last game. I think he's just a really good quarterback in general. Will, would you like to give your verdict?
Well, those two quarterbacks are really good, but I'm gonna have to agree with Evan. Avery. I'm gonna have to agree with Avery. Aaron Rodgers, as far as I've seen, has been the best quarterback so far. So.
That's my brother back there who's trying to sneak out.
Jackson, would you like to give your verdict?
Well, who's the best quarterback in the league?
Right now.
Right now.
Come in the shot.
You have to come in the video, Jackson. You have to, doesn't it?
Right now. Well,
Stand by me.
the quarterback that's on fire is going to have to be Derek Carr. Derek Carr's putting numbers better than Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. The way he's leading Oakland after the terrible seasons they've had. So I'm going to go with Derek Carr.
He's on fire.
Esports Guy, would you like to give your verdict on this?
Okay, I'm gonna have to agree with you guys. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers. Yes, his last game wasn't exactly up to par, but he has been playing well despite not having Jordy Nelson and despite Eddie Lacy not putting up like 100 yards every game. I'm gonna have to go with Aaron Rodgers.
Alright, so moving on to our next topic, it's still going to be dealing with quarterbacks, but it's going to be our favorite quarterback in the league, or of actually all time. So this next topic is going to be who's our favorite quarterback of all time. So what are you going to give your verdict?
I'm gonna have to go with Big Ben Roethlisberger right there. Alright. I'm a Steelers fan and I like Ben Roethlisberger. I know he's done some stuff that I don't agree with outside of football, but I like him because he's a good quarterback. He's really tough, 6'5", 250, 240, something like that. I like him because he set an NFL record last year for having back-to-back 550-yard games in a season. And also, he's really tough. He played with 2 concussions, played with a broken ankle against the Ravens. The Ravens, their rival. Broken ankle in the second half, came back and won that game. And so he's just really tough and he can play with anything.
Alright, now I'm going to go ahead with my favorite quarterback of all time, and maybe a shock for you guys, but a little bit of a past quarterback, John Elway. John Elway obviously played for the Broncos, and he was just one of my favorite quarterbacks, and just the way that he played, I really liked watching him and watching his highlights and stuff like that. John Elway is probably my favorite quarterback of all time. Well, what about you?
Well, my favorite quarterback is Matt Ryan. I mean, I have grown up watching the Falcons since I was little, and that's all I've been watching. I mean, I've been watching Auburn, but Auburn's not doing good. But I watched a lot more Falcons all throughout my life right now. And Matt Ryan, I know he's not done some good plays, but he's done good and bad plays. So I'm gonna have to say Matt Ryan.
D-Sports Guy, what about your verdict on who is your favorite quarterback of all time?
Well, I know one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. Watching highlights of him is probably Randall Cunningham when he was known as Plastic Man, playing with the Eagles. Yes, Plastic Man.
Yeah.
He was. I believed his throwing improved when he went to the Vikings, but he was known for escaping the pocket, running, making acrobatic, athletic plays. So it's one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time.
Alright, Evan, so who do you think is your favorite quarterback of all time?
You probably already guessed it, but my favorite, obviously, is Tony Romo. Yes, he's done some bad picks and throws, but he gives Cowboys hope. And overall, it's just fun to watch him. I mean, yes, we could be 13-7, but think about it. Oh, it's Tony Romo. We're going to come back and win. And eventually we do. Right now, Tony Romo's out, but once he comes back, the Cowboys are going to start kicking some butt.
Alright, guys, so this is going to be our last topic for today.
Make sure to leave your opinion.
Last topic today.
Subscribe.
And it's going to be our favorite player that played any position, just our favorite player ever. Our favorite player that we've just ever. So, Will, who's your favorite player ever?
Well, my favorite player ever is probably Marshawn Lynch, the running back for the Seahawks.
Beast
I've seen amazing plays out of him, and by far, he's probably one of my favorite players right now.
Beast mode.
Evan, who's your favorite player of all time?
I'm going to go with Des Bryant. He's a great wide receiver, and it's awesome to watch him. Even sometimes when Tony Romo makes bad throws, he still pulls it off for not a pick. So I'm going to go with Des Bryant. He's a great wide receiver and a pretty good defense.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go next, and I'm also going with a wide receiver.
We ran out of time.
No, it says low battery. It's still going. Devin, click close. I'll start over.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's just low battery. It's like 20%. Devin, get close. Alright, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and give my verdict, and my favorite player of all time. I'm also going to go with the wide receiver, just as Evan did, but my favorite player of all time is Jerry Rice. Set many records with receiving yards and just arguably the greatest wide receiver of all time. Spencer, what's your verdict?
My favorite football player is Jerome Bettis. He was an old running back for the Steelers. He was his nickname was called Bus because he would carry everybody on his back and truck everybody around there. So I used to watch him when I was little. So yeah, Jerome Bettis is my favorite.
And finally, D Sports Guy, who is your favorite player of all time?
I'm gonna have to agree with you. Yeah. Jerry Rice. Yeah, Jerry Rice.
Again, there's not really much to say about Jerry Rice this year. It's really just Jerry Rice. And so we're gonna go ahead and do our outro. This is Evan, the Red Bull Cowboys fan.
Ninja Boy.
This is Spencer.
See you, sup.
I'm myself, AJ Bossman 4. Will, this is Will.
Hello.
And the co-host, eSports Guy. And our one-time special guest, Jackson.
So.
So, yeah, guys, so peace off.
Subscribe
Thank you so
and
much for
comment
watching.
too.
Like,
Subscribe
subscribe,
and comment.
Leave your opinions.
Leave your opinions down in the comments below. And yeah, guys, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Ninja
Peace
Boy
off.
out.
See you.